Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. I hope you're all okay. A little movie review today, and we're going to look at a little movie called After Darkness. Please, if you're new to the channel, push the all subscribe button, push the bell notifications, so you know these little movie reviews. We also do TV drama reviews and information vlogs on DVD releases and cinema releases, etc. So please do that for me, that'd be fantastic. Right, After Darkness, yeah, it's this is out to buy on the 17th of August online in the UK, 17th of August 2020, so £9.92 I've got as a price, which is a bit of an odd one, so I'm more in line, I think, than £9.99, but it could be a little bit cheaper. A 15 rating, an hour and 38 minutes. It's a joint American-Mexican effort, and it's classed as a science fiction drama. I think they slid the word action in there, but I think that was a bit a miss. No, there's no action in it, whether they slipped it in or not. So let's call it science fiction drama. Although obviously the sci-fi element is debatable as well. It's directed by Batan Silva, starring Tim Daly, Natalia Dyer, Kira Sedgwick, John Patrick Amadori, and Valerie Curry. What's it about? Well, as the sun burns out, this is a sci-fi element. An American family gathers at the end of the world. Their hopes for rescue slowly crumbling as they also confront long-lasting divides amongst each other. Any good? Well, we've not got a lot of critical review of this yet. All we've got is sort of Joe Public, you and me. Rotten Tomato audience score, based on 56 people leaving a score, is 10%. That's one old 10%, which isn't great, but there's no critics ratings at all on it. Internet Movie Database, their little user ratings, again, there's no critics at all on there, is just 3.6 out of 10, so a little bit higher, a little bit better than Rotten Tomatoes, but that's based on a lot more. That's based on 686 reviews. That's 3.6 out of 10. Some of the comments you get from the users on Internet Movie Database: not the worst movie I've ever seen, is the nicest thing I can say. Yeah, I totally echo that. Bland and boring. Another comment, yeah, well, no, a bit unfair, but it is fair, but I'll explain more in a moment. Mostly a bleak slog. Yeah, I can understand where that one's coming from. The entire thing is just learning about this family and their history as they fight to survive what seems to be an apocalyptic event. I think that sort of sums up most of my thoughts, actually, that one statement there. Definitely slow moving and a challenge to get to the end. I didn't. It was. I don't think it. I thought it was. I sort of didn't have any trouble watching it. I could do other things while I was watching it. Or I could check on Twitter and Facebook while I was on my phone while I was watching it. But yeah, I see the point. Yeah. Movie game nostalgia, my little thoughts on this. I mean, if you look at the posters that you're going to see throughout this, and at the end we'll have a look at the posters, but I mean, you couldn't get further away really from the actual. There is a bit of an element with the sun, etc. You do see that in the film, but that poster's quite, trade descriptions. It's nothing to do with what really the film is about. It's basically, as the critique there before said, it's a dysfunctional family who are basically waiting for rescue. They've actually been promised, obviously, the father in this little group is obviously well up and has been promised by a US senator, I assume, that they're going to send someone to rescue him and his family and take him to some caves. I'm not giving anything away there, that's fairly early doors, that's what's happening. So it's basically this dysfunctional family waiting for this rescue to come. I didn't dislike it as a drama, actually the drama elements was quite good. But it could have, obviously in these days of COVID, I mean, it could have easily been a family stuck at home suffering from COVID, or a big house due to sort of inclement weather, if you like, and they couldn't get out, they couldn't, so although it's a bit more exciting to think that the sun's dying, isn't it? But say the sci-fi theme is never really explored, so don't be fooled by that. You know what's happening, but there's no real sense of dread or tension as the sun begins to collapse and go out. You don't even get that sense of tension. And don't even please start thinking about the science of it all anyway, whether this thing will work out, you know, when it all works. I mean, you don't even get to that level. Just treat it as a drama, because if you go into watching this as a science fiction drama, then you're going to be very, very disappointed. There's very few links to the actual sci-fi element. The acting's okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the acting. The sort of relation, you sort of believe the relationships each has with each other. They're both good and bad. Obviously, it's a family. You've got other elements coming into the family. You know, people from outside the family, obviously from the other halves, if you like, coming in, and you've got a pregnant lady early doors, so you know that's going to cause a few problems later on. So it's all set up, but it is basically just a dysfunctional family. I mean, overall, not much that really happens. I mean, when a scene sort of sets itself up to be quite interesting, it sort of normally just falls flat and doesn't end up as anything really. There's a couple of scenes I can think of straight away where you think, oh great, it might get going here, and it just ends as a damp squib sort of thing. Certainly not what it says on the box. And it will be very hard for me to heartily recommend this. And you can see from the scores. I mean, some people were quite positive about it. Some people can't understand why it's got such low scores. But I can, because obviously it is letting people down. It's not quite what it says on the tin. So I can appreciate a lot of people giving it 1 and 2s out of 10, which is a bit harsh. But because as a drama, as a theatre, if you went to the theatre to watch this as a play, you wouldn't, you know, it's not a total disaster, but it's not, is it? It's a cinema film with the intentions of being a sci-fi action drama. Forget that. So that, I think that's what the problem is. You're being sold a dud here. It's not what it says on the tin, as I say. It's an interesting ending, though not necessarily in a good way. But it does leave it open for interpretation. I've interpreted it one way, and looking at a couple of articles on the internet, other people have interpreted it in the same way. So there you go, we all agree. So this sort of film, sometimes I don't give these marks because I'm not overly impressed, but I will give this a mark. I'll give it just 5 out of 10, which I'm being quite kind, because as a drama, I thought it kept me sort of interested. But as a dysfunctional family drama, it was okay. But as I say, as a After Darkness as a thing for the end of the world, no, it didn't appeal to me at all. So I'm not going to recommend it for you to watch, unless you want to watch a dysfunctional family drama. That's what it is. Now the posters, yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of posters there. I think if you can get the posters, I think they're really, really good, and that's why I've probably made me do this little vlog, actually, because I quite like the posters. There's a couple there, one more than the other. Obviously the DVD covers, which is up there as well, is fantastic. So if you could get that as a poster, that'd be brilliant. I've not looked into this, whether these are available, but I'd certainly have those posters on my wall. I think they're very, very good. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be victory for the posters today. I'm going to give both those posters, I mean, perhaps one more than the other, but obviously the DVD cover one there, if you like, is probably slightly better. But I'll give them 7 out of 10 for the posters. So obviously the film only gets 5 out of 10. So the posters win today with this little After Darkness, as I said, which is available to buy from the 17th of August 2020 at all good retailers and at all good online stores. So $9.92, but I have a feeling it's going to be $9.99, or if you can get it a bit cheaper, good on you. Anyway, let me know if you get to watch this and what you think. Just let me know in the comments, or if you've watched it already, because it looks as though quite a lot of people have already seen this, streamed this anyway. So yeah, let me know what you thought of it, and whether you sussed the ending out. Did you think the same way that I do? But don't put it on that. You know, having said that, you might be a spoiler alert there, might they? But not really. Even if someone told you the ending, it won't particularly spoil the drama as such, because it is a good family drama, but not a sci-fi drama. So there you go. I'd say if you like watching people not getting on, it's okay. But as I said, 5 out of 10, not good enough. Anyway, please check my links on screen. And please, if you've any friends or your better half is into sort of football, please don't forget to do the football vlogs for my team as well, Manchester City. So they're all in the playlist below. So if you can if they've got a little computer and they want to subscribe to that, absolutely fantastic. I do some history stuff as well, which is quite interesting for a lot of fans, but obviously it's mainly Manchester City orientated. Anyway, thanks for that. Please, until we meet again and I'd watch another review, movie review or a TV drama review or an information vlog. Hopefully, fingers crossed, as I'm recording this, it won't be long until some of the cinemas are opening back here in the UK anyway. So I'll be doing some cinema reviews as well in the very near future, what's going on at the cinema. Whatever you're going to do yesterday, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other. Until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. It's Bird saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.